By the time Sam had survived his first night in Vietnam, the romance of the uniform had already peeled away. The training manuals back in Georgia had talked about discipline, precision, and the honor of service, but they said very little about the long hours of waiting or the feeling that the jungle itself was watching you. Most American soldiers arriving in Vietnam in 1969 were barely out of school. 19 was the average age. Many came from small towns just like Miller's Crossing, places where the loudest thing at night was a dog barking at a passing truck or a screen door slapping against its frame. Vietnam was different. Vietnam never slept. By daylight, the heat wrapped around you like a wet blanket. It pressed into your lungs, soaked your clothes, and left you feeling like you were swimming through the air. Sam learned quickly that the first rule of the jungle was respect. Respect the land, respect the weather, respect the silence. Second rule, never assume the quiet means you're safe. Most days blurred into a simple rhythm: patrol, rest, clean your weapon, eat what you could, and write home if you had the strength. The letters were always the same. I'm fine. Don't worry. I'm safe. But the truth hiding between the lines was that the war was slowly unraveling every lad out there. Soldiers walked the same trails day after day, through towering elephant grass and deep mud, never knowing whether the next step would lead to an ambush, a tripwire, or just another hour of heavy breathing and heavy thoughts. And while the world back home argued about politics and crowds shouted at each other in the streets, here, out in the humidity and the buzzing insects, the boys learned that survival depended far less on slogans or speeches and far more on each other. If you were lucky, you found something that kept you grounded: a letter, a memory, a joke from the fella next to you. For Sam, it was the picture Emily had slipped into his pocket the morning he boarded the Greyhound. A small square of summer sunlight in a world that had very little light left. Tour 1 had only just begun, but already the war was teaching Sam Talbot lessons he'd spend the rest of his life trying to forget.